the fresh maker.
Morning, stars shine. The earth says hello. You twinkle above us, twinkle below.
Crank up that buggin' buggy of yours and start carting in the Mario Kart 64 Kick Asphalt 500. Just go into a participating dealer and grab an entry form. Play Mario Kart 64, answer 3 questions, and send in your answer. You can rack up a trip to the big race in Indianapolis, a go-kart, an N64 system, and other tough stuff. Stop in or write for a free entry form. Many will enter, few will win. So put the pedal to the metal and over to the road. Throw that joystick in overdrive and kick asphalt.
Captain, here's your cookie.
Focus? Nope.
Got milk?
Che bella cosa la dolce vita, volare la noche caliente en su esplendor suave.
This is America. 100% cotton, cut for comfort, fruit of the loom. Really, really comfortable underwear.
Score big with Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny for sale on video. The biggest stars of the NBA and the looniest galaxy.
Nice butt.
Let's just go out and have fun.
Buying at your house. Jam for sale on video.
He's a war hero. Machine gun blew my shins off in the two. He's a ladies' man. Hey, Missy, how about some sandwiches? And to his family.
I can't change my father.
He's a role
Go
model.
on, woman, get me my dinner.
A brand new King of the Hill, Sunday at 8:30, 7:30 Central on Fox.
The heart of Silicon Valley and one of the fastest growing cities in America, today plays host to some of the world's gymnasts. Featuring 16-year-old Shannon Miller, the reigning queen of gymnastics since winning the 1993 World All-Around Championship and her 5-medal performance in Barcelona last summer. And joining Shannon Miller today is Dominique Dawes, known by her teammates as Awesome Dawson. She was 4th in the all-around at the recent World Championships, and she's always a crowd favorite with her explosive tumbling. From Belarus, Vitaly Sherba, perhaps the greatest male gymnast of all time, the winner of 6 gold medals in Barcelona's Olympics, and the recent World All-Around Champion in Birmingham. And from the Ukraine, Tatiana Lysenko, the 18-year-old winner of gold in Barcelona on the balance beam. And recently, the all-around gold medalist at the World University Games. These superstars, along with other greats from the U.S., the Ukraine, and Belarus, have gathered here today on ESPN, the Total Sports Network, to showcase the strength and power and grace of gymnastics in the 1993 San Jose Gymnastics Spectacular. Welcome to the Event Center on the campus of San Jose State University for the San Jose Gymnastics Spectacular. Hi everyone, I'm Bart Conner, and we're glad you've joined us for today's gymnastics exhibition featuring 3 of the finest gymnastics teams in the world, the United States, the Ukraine, and Belarus. As a matter of fact, there are 11 Olympic athletes here, winners of 19 medals at the Barcelona Olympics, so we're in for a great day of gymnastics. And joining me, as always, is Olympic medalist Kathy Johnson. And among those 11 Olympians, the 2 best gymnasts in the world are here to perform, Vitaly Sherba and Shannon Miller.
And Shannon Miller really began her ascent to becoming the world's greatest gymnast at the 91 World Championships in Indianapolis, where she won 2 silver medals. Then at the 92 Olympic Games in Barcelona, when all the pressure was on Kim Zmeskal, to win the all-around title. It was Shannon Miller who performed flawlessly and won 5 Olympic medals and just narrowly missed winning the all-around title. Then when many of the athletes retired or took a break, she went home, trained harder than ever, and won the World Championship all-around title in '93 and 2 more gold medals in the uneven bars and floor exercise.
And when you talk about the world's best, of course, Shannon Miller to perform, but Vitaly Sherba, the winner of 6 gold medals at the Olympics in Barcelona and the recent world all-around champion, and this guy is some gifted gymnast.
Well, those 6 Olympic medals confirms that. But more important, his life is a whirlwind now. He rarely has time to train. In fact, he said he only had 2 weeks to train for the World Championships in Birmingham, yet he still won the all-around, though making a few little mistakes.
As a matter of fact, Sherba flew in here 3 hours ago to perform in this exhibition. He flew all the way from West Germany to be here for this show. So we're in for a great day of gymnastics, and we're glad you've tuned in to the San Jose Gymnastics Spectacular. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to San Jose and the 1993 San Jose Gymnastics Spectacular. We're on the campus of San Jose State University at the Event Center. This is Bart Conner along with Kathy Johnson, and we're getting ready to see Cheney Humphrey, national team member from the U.S., perform on the high bar. And as we said at the top of the show, this is an exhibition, not a competition, so you'll hear music behind the performances, you'll see spotlights and different types of costumes. And it's a completely different look of gymnastics than what we normally see in competition, Kathy.
Most important, Bart, you won't see any judges, and I think the gymnasts like that.
Cheney has had a terrific year this year, just came from competing in the World University Games in Buffalo. He had a difficult 92 when he was just edged off of competing on the 92 Olympic team. He placed 8th in the trials, and they took 7th to the Olympic Games. Watch his release moves on the high bar.
He is such a powerful gymnast. It even comes through here on the high bar.
He's a student at UCLA. 2 more quarters to go to finish his degree. Cheney Humphrey, 22 years old. He said before the show he hopes to compete on through the '96 Olympics in Atlanta, and he'd be a great addition to the U.S. team there. Amazingly powerful gymnast.
Is the gold medal winner in the 1993 Ukrainian Cup and was a participant.
Now we're going over to the floor exercise to see our first woman performer in this show. This is Lilia Podkopaeva, and we saw her recently in the World Championships in Birmingham. She's from the Ukraine, and she is an exciting tumbler, Kathy.
I think we are in for a big treat. This first tumbling pass, she does what she warmed up, is a double front somersault. Incredibly difficult. Look at that. And so difficult to land.
She's only 14 years old, and yet she has amazing power in her tumbling.
Oh, no! A little too much power there, Bart. She's done all front tumbling. Comes her back tumbling. A full twisting double back at the end of her routine. Very difficult.
Lilia Podkopaeva, only 14 years old. And Kathy, you were right. She just overpowered this tumbling pass.
This is really surprising because she has such extraordinary technique on front tumbling in order to do that double front. Here she does front handsprings to a front flip. Now she's going to go right into a 1.5 twist on that front flip and just over-rotate it.
We're ready now.
Now we're going over to the uneven bars. This is Amanda Borden from Cincinnati. She's 16 years old, and she was an alternate on the Olympic team in '92 and an alternate on the World Championship team in '93. And she had a big year last year in '92. Surprised a lot of people to place 5th in the U.S. Championships.
She was the alternate at the World Championships, and she really said that has helped her in terms of knowing what she needs to do.
Kathy, she has an unusual dismount that, as you mentioned with Podkopajevic, she does a double front off, very difficult to land.
She does it very well. It's coming up after this release move here. Watch, she turns around and goes right into it. Double front. Oh, no.
One of America's upcoming stars, Miss Amanda Borden. If you'd like to see Amanda again, watch the Olympic Sports
Here's
Festival
that
in
front somersault. She does that very nicely. Perfect distance away from the bar.
Olympic champions. And we're ready now to go to
Keep in mind for these gymnasts, they're not used to performing in front of spotlights. So some of the release moves and dismounts are going to be a little more difficult because gymnastics is trying to push the entertainment value of the sport, and so they're adding music and spotlights to the performances, and I think it's a nice touch. This is now Alexander Shostak. He's from Belarus on the pommel horse. The silver medalist at the 1992 Junior European Championships, and this young man shows a tremendous amount of difficulty and extension on the pommel horse. Born in Minsk, of course, the hometown of Vitaly Sherba, the reigning star of men's gymnastics. That was Alexander Shostak.
Now on the balance.
We'll be back with more world-class gymnastics from San Jose right after this. For many years, the superpower of the Soviet Union created so many sports stars. But the dissolution of the USSR and the discarding of communist politics and socialist economics has had a dramatic effect on that famous Soviet sports machine. 2 of the 15 now independent republics are here to perform today, the Ukraine and Belarus. Their stars reflect on the resulting changes in their lives.
It was very sad for him because a lot of friends gone, and the way they act, they perform gymnastics exercises were going from generation to generation, and a lot of traditions were lost.
It's a little bit different. It's more responsibility. He is now more responsible for yourself and prepare himself mentally and physically better, and he thinks it's better because he like more responsible. He's in charge of his own.
Our next athlete was...
Welcome back to San Jose. Kathy, as we saw in that piece, the whole Soviet sports system has changed so dramatically. It's hard to say where these athletes are going to end up in a few years with all these dramatic changes.
I have to agree with Tatiana Lysenko. It was a little sad for me to see it happen because you and I both know the great gymnastics that came out of the former Soviet Union. I only hope they continue to come out of the individual republics.
Well, as our show continues here, Rustam Sharipov on the high bar. He happens to be the gold medalist in the World Championships on the high bar in Paris, and we saw him recently in Birmingham at the World Championships, and he has a very daring routine. As the judges these days require more and more difficulty, it seems like a welcome challenge for the gymnasts because they love to do the high-flying release moves, and to be honest, that's what the crowd likes best as well.
Look at his first release move. Unbelievable. Gaylord front somersault, except in a straddle position. Unbelievable height on 3 reverse hecks in a row.
He catches right out at the end of his fingertips. Very daring moves.
Oh, that's when you're glad the judges aren't there. You can kind of laugh. The crowd still enjoys it.